Brexit talks will miss the mid-November deadline, with wrangling between the UK and European Union expected to continue into next week. Michel Barnier has pushed back plans to have an agreement for the outline of any post-Brexit trade and security deal by the end of the week. He has told colleagues in Brussels to expect more negotiations in the Belgian capital before any landing zones are established. The Frenchman is currently locked in intensive talks in London with UK counterpart Lord Frost, with the apparent deadline looming large over the process. Sources have indicated that the current round of wrangling will be wrapped up over the weekend before deciding on the next steps. EU figures expect a deal to emerge by November 19 at the latest, the same day the bloc's leaders are due to hold a video conference. The key sticking points, fisheries, level playing field and governance, remain unresolved, according to sources. One EU diplomat said, the real cutoff point is late next week. British officials have insisted they are working constructively to secure a deal before the end of the post-Brexit transition period in December. Downing Street has been adamant that any agreement should be concluded as soon as possible to give businesses the necessary time to prepare for the changes in the trading relationship with Brussels. In a bid to pave the way for an agreement, Brussels negotiators have offered a series of concessions. Mr. Barnier said he would exempt police and judicial cooperation from any cross-retaliation measures in the trade and security deal. He also said the bloc would have to compromise on its demands for post-Brexit fishing rights in order to secure a future relationship pact with Britain. Number 10 has warned the EU it must be more realistic with its request for access to Britain's coastal waters after the end of the year. A government spokesman said, "Unfortunately, we haven't achieved as much as we'd hoped so far during this intensive process. We will only be able to make progress if the EU accepts the reality that the UK will have the right to control access to its waters at the end of this year." The EU also does not seem to have realized the scale of change in fishing rights they face if there is no agreement.